Okay, we're back talking about some common phonics and spelling issues that come up in our writing and our reading. So another important spelling rule has to do with words like should've, could've, would've, might've, okay? Now when we say those, it sounds like we're saying should of, O-F. And so sometimes we write it that way. I could have gone, could O-F, of, right? But there is no word that is of after should or would or could or might. It is never the case. What we're saying, we're not saying could have, we're saying could have, would have, should have, might have. So in formal writing, we have to spell that out. I could have, H-A-V-E. I would have. In informal writing, we might use a contraction, could have, C-O-U-L-D, apostrophe, V-E. I could have, I should have, I would have. Could, apostrophe, V-E. I could have gone. I should have gone. I would have gone. That's a contraction, a squishing together of two words. We don't use contractions in formal writing or formal language, but in informal writing or language we do. And if we're saying that, we're not saying could have, O-F, we're saying could have, could, apostrophe, V-E. Would, apostrophe, V-E, I would have gone. I almost every second GED or HiSET test has a question about that because it's a very common spelling error that we make. All right, and then a third thing that comes up is at the bottom of your handout. There are some words that are pronounced very much alike that we often confuse for one another. So take a look at the first one, accept and accept. I want to accept the letter. Everyone went accept me, right? They're different words, accept and accept, but we pronounce them very much the same. So we might misuse one instead of the other when we're writing. Now, of course, it doesn't matter when we're speaking because they're pronounced the same. But even though they mean something different, we'll know the meaning from the rest of the sentence. But when we're writing, sometimes we write the wrong one. Now, there's no good trick to remember which is which. We have to think of tricks to remember which is which ourselves. But accept with an A is a verb. I wanted to accept the plan. That's an action. I'm accepting it. Accept with an E is a preposition. Everyone went except him. Except him is a prepositional phrase, and accept is a preposition. Okay? The same thing happens with the words affect and effect, right? Affect with an A and effect with an E. The medicine didn't affect him, right? The effect of the medicine on him. One is spelled with an A and one is spelled with an E. So again, effect with an A is a verb, just like accept with an A. So if you can remember one, you'll be able to remember the other. Somehow we need a memory trick to help us remember that the one with the A is the verb. What I do is I just memorize that. I just memorize the one with the A is the verb. And then I don't worry about memorizing the other one. I just know that if I remember one side of it, I'll remember both of them. But maybe that trick doesn't work for you. You've got to think of another way to memorize that the ones with the A, accept and affect, those are verbs. The other ones are not verbs. So effect with an E is a noun. It's a thing. The effect of the medicine on him. That's a thing in that sentence. This effect, this thing. Effect with an E is a noun. Now I have it here, there's a very old-fashioned, more archaic use of effect with an E, and that is a verb, which means to cause. She tried to effect a change. But when we say that word, we actually say effect. She tried to effect a change. We more clearly pronounce the E in that one. And it's not very commonly used anymore. So somehow we need to memorize that the A, affect, and accept are the verbs. The E are not the verbs, right? Accept is a preposition. Affect is a noun. All right. The other ones that come up all the time on the GED and the high set are the homonyms, I guess they're called. There are words that sound the same but mean something different. So we have there, and there. There, T-H-E-R-E, means a location. It's there. It's located there, that place, a location or a place. T-H-E-I-R is a possessive pronoun. It is their book. It belongs to them. And then the contraction for they are, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. They're on your paper there, okay? There, in that place, there. Now, a little side comment is sometimes people misspell their, T-H-E-I-R. Sometimes we misspell it, T-H-I-E-R. Well, a good trick to remember is that all three of these, there, and there, all begin the same way. They all begin with T-H-E. So if we know that, we can remember how to spell their, T-H-E-I-R, and we won't mix it up. All right, that what you will find invariably, you will find questions on the GED or the high set about which one of those is which. The other one that's like that is its. Its and its. Its without an apostrophe is the pronoun. And its with an apostrophe, I-T apostrophe S, is a contraction, a squashing together of the two words it is. Now there's an easy way to remember the difference. If I'm trying to remember which one of these is a pronoun, think about the other two pronouns. His, hers, its. There's no apostrophe in his. There's no apostrophe in hers. So there's no apostrophe in its. Okay? That's how I remember it. Maybe that helps, maybe it doesn't. And the third homonym is to, and to. I'm going to the store, T-O. I have 2 cookies, T-W-O. And the one that sometimes we don't know when to use or not is T-O-O. T-O-O we use when we mean very or also. I want to go to, I want to go also, T-O-O. It's too hot. It's very hot, T-O-O. Okay, there's some other words that come up that don't come up very, that I have on the handout that don't come up very often on the GED or the high set, but you can look them over, okay? And you can just ignore the stuff that's on the back of that handout. It was a lesson that I made up a long time ago that doesn't work very well, so just ignore it, all right? Okay, thanks.